What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Committed, back with another virtual guest, Zach Robinson, and I'm your host, Jake Lobrak. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Zach.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Zach, tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me where you're from, what high school you went to, and what you're intending to major in.
So hi, I'm Zach, obviously. I go to Stafford, Virginia. I live in Stafford, Virginia. I go to Stafford High School, and it's kind of a weird way how we ended our senior year, but
Mhm.
I totally understand what's going on. And I'll be doing athletic training as a major.
Awesome. So tell me, you hinted there about your senior year kind of being shifted to being online. Tell me a little bit about that. How's that transition been for you? And what's your town like in Virginia dealing with the coronavirus?
It's kind of weird. We were actually during a lacrosse meeting, and our coach goes, "Hey guys, so our season just got canceled," and so they hit all of us really
Yeah.
hard. Last year, we were looking really strong this year as a team, and we really believed we could get a state championship this year. So kind of hurt, but our school handled very well. They talked to us about everything, what we were going to do online. We actually started doing online school, and then Stafford County, they decided to keep our third quarter grades and not do fourth quarter. So I'm
Mm.
technically graduated right now.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah,
Well,
so
congratulations.
thank you. But yeah, they're just like, yeah, they just realized how hard online school would be, and a lot of our students there don't have the opportunities like I do to have computers and all that. So they
Mhm.
decided just to keep our third quarter grades and help out the other kids right now who need help graduate. And they just announced yesterday that we'll have a graduation in August.
Oh, wow.
So
Well, is that going to be online or in person?
in person, they're
Oh,
hoping.
awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
Stafford, they're just treating it super well. Everybody's keeping their social distancing. We have a place called downtown Firstburg. I've heard
Mhm.
of it. It's like the big staple area in our area where we actually had a Civil War battle there. So
Mhm.
everybody's very, very exciting little historic area in our area. But barely anybody's there, so that's kind of weird. But I think Stafford's handling it very well, and I think Virginia's governor is doing a very good job about everything with this coronavirus going on.
That's definitely reassuring to hear because we're living in such a time where there's so much negativity. It's really cool to hear how you guys are handling it with a positive mindset.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's definitely you have to.
Mhm. Absolutely. And so tell me a little bit more about your major, your transition to Newman. I'm sure,
Mhm.
since you're graduated, you're looking forward fully. So tell me about what led to your decision to choose your major, pre-athletic training.
So it's kind of funny since ever since I was a little kid, I'm prone for injury a little bit, sadly. But I've had some injuries in my day. I've had some couple concussions, broken couple fingers, broken couple arms.
Mhm.
But just right away, getting the assurance of somebody helping you out and being friendly to you and telling you everything's gonna be okay. Because when you're injured as an athlete, obviously you want to go back in, and
Mhm.
obviously you're being injured. Yeah, you're feeling terrible at that moment, and they're being reassuring to you, they're telling you everything's okay, and they're taking care of you right away. So that, like, just always interests me, and I obviously love sports. No matter what sport it is, I love, and
Mhm.
so that was just interested in me. So going athletic training, I did a sports program this year for athletic training actually at our school,
Mhm.
and I was talking to our athletic trainer like during the fall, and especially like when she was at our practices, I was just telling her about athletic training, and she just reassurance me of that I want to do this for my life. I
Mhm.
just always think it's interesting helping like different athletes would be really cool, and just helping them get better and strong, healthy again, and playing back to the sport that they love.
Yeah, absolutely. That's such a unique perspective because, as an athlete, you're dealing with injuries constantly, whether it's
Mhm.
yourself or your teammates. And so I think that's so cool to kind of hear your perspective on that. Um,
Absolutely.
Tell me more about that uh, program you did at your high school, the athletic training program.
Absolutely. So what we did was she took some of us in the fall, some of our fall programs that we weren't playing, obviously. So we took some of the spring athletes. She brought us to the fall, and we went to different games, and we would help her if there's an injury. We would come out and help her out actually, and then we would just do
Mm,
different things. We would get like water for the athletes, get ice for them, anything like that, and then we'd have classroom time. So teach us how to like wrap up, like how to tape up a ankle, an arm, or anything like
mhm,
that. How to put a sling on, how to just talk to the athlete, like the psychology of just talking to an athlete. Obviously, I understand of like being annoyed, upset. So the psychology of an athlete, how to talk to them, make sure that they're okay, and
mhm.
then how to stay calm and everything like that. And it's a really cool opportunity for me.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a lot of hands-on learning, which is in a major like
Mhm.
that. Like so many majors require that hands-on ability, and it seems like you had a great program at your high school to get that before you even started college.
Definitely, that's what kind of plug in Neumann real quick is that that's what really love like interested me about Neumann was very hands-on, small classrooms, and that's what I learned the best in. So
Hmm.
it just really intrigued me of like Newman's athletic training program. And my family's from PA, so my second family, my mom's side of the family is from PA, all of them from
Hmm.
Pennsylvania. So when I told them I was gonna think about going to Newman, all of them were really excited. They already knew about Newman's athletic training program and their health programs, and it was like
Hmm.
kind of crazy for me, and how like just how crazy like smart people go to different places. They go to like professional sports teams. I that just really interests me, and I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, that's so cool to hear. Because you already have that kind of connection with your family closer
Hmm.
to Newman,
Hmm.
being from Virginia, of course. So kind of feed off of that a little bit. What interests you about Newman's athletic training program? Um,
Oh, absolutely. I think it's just the connections they have is absolutely
mhm.
crazy. I think it's really cool. So, especially me growing up, I grew up a Philadelphia everything fan. Still am, and
Nice, nice.
obviously it's still always going to be at Newman, especially. Can't wait to go to some of the games, but I think that's just so interesting that people actually went to professional teams, and then some people actually got opportunities to be an intern or even got job offers from Philadelphia programs. And I think that's just really cool, and that's always interests me. And that would always be my big end goal would be working for a pro team and maybe hopefully a pro team in Philadelphia. It would be really cool.
Mhm, and it's such a high market, being in Philadelphia, being Newman's, I think, 15, 20 minutes right down 95 from,
Mhm.
the NovaCare complex and all the stadiums, so you're right in the high, upper market, for sports and, your major.
Absolutely.
And so tell me, you visited campus a couple of times now, what
Mhm.
stood out to you the most?
What stood out to me the most is just how everybody treats each other. It's just unbelievable. Like it's just a small community, but it's just they just have a huge impact on everybody. Everybody helps each other out. If somebody like doesn't know where class is, like especially I'm gonna go through that, I bet. But then
Mhm,
they're so helpful to help each other out, and it's just the facilities that we have. It's just the facilities they're starting to put into the athletes. The new health building is unbelievable. I'm really excited to have some classes in there, and the facilities they're starting to put for the athletes. Our fields are super nice. It's just everybody's super friendly, and they just help each other out. And I love the athletic environment they have, where they help out athletes no matter even if you're an athlete or not an athlete. They just help you out no matter what. I just really like that about
mhm.
them, and they're just super friendly people.
Yeah, your class is entering such an exciting time because, this is, like, one of the first few classes who will get to experience the health science building in its fullest potential for all 4 of your years. So it's you guys have a pretty exciting time ahead of you, especially all
Oh
your
yeah,
health science majors.
I'm very excited for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you talked about how Newman's such a small, close-knit, campus and, kinda community. I think that's one of Newman's strengths is that our class size ratio is typically about, 20, 25 students, give or take a few. Um, but it's that community where you can walk around campus and pretty much know everyone to some ability and extent. Um, can you talk about how that really impacted you as a prospective student and how that impacted your
Mhm.
decision?
Absolutely. So, um, I think it was kindergarten. I was diagnosed with dyslexia, so I just run the best, absolutely with a small group of people.
Hmm.
I can be one on one with a professor or teacher, so that works the best with me. So that just really like really put me into Newman was that they can help me with different things. I'm not just one kid. I'm just not a number in a lecture hall, and I don't really learn the
Mhm.
best, and then I just fail out. I don't want that. I want a small classroom where I can talk to the professor outside of the classroom, inside the classroom, but be hands on and talk to different students. Also, I know all my classmates. I don't know nobody. Like if you do went to like a big program,
Mhm.
but I think that's really awesome about Newman is that they're small classrooms. You can talk to everybody, and it's just small community, but we're strong. And I just love that about Newman is like everybody's there for each other, and I just blew my mind, and that just really put in perspective that Newman's a really great school.
Yeah, and the professors, I can speak from experience, the professors really make an effort to get to know you beyond your name and your ID number. From day one in the classroom, they want to make that genuine connection that they can have an impactful relationship on your academic program and your studies, which is really a unique side of Newman, I think. Uh,
Absolutely.
mhm. And so let's transition a little bit. A little while back, you said about the small community. And in talking to you prior to the interview, you talked about the brotherhood of the lacrosse team. You're coming to play lacrosse at Newman. Talk about that team because we all see college teams on campus and how they're such a close knit community. Talk about the lacrosse team, how that's special.
Absolutely. So my sophomore year, I got an email from Newman, and it was a prospect day interview, and I was like, I'd never heard of Newman in my life. My parents were like, just go to it, see how it goes, and see if you like it. So we went, and just right away, meeting all the different lacrosse players and just how they interact with each other is just unbelievable. Like they just act like brothers,
Mhm.
and just how Coach Zimmerman and Coach Gardner, how they treat that team, and how they built that program is unbelievable. They do so much for this program, and it's kind of cool. What interests me about them was that they're both alum. They came back to help out the program, and guys off and the team, they come back after they graduate to help out the team. The alumni is unbelievable in their support for our program. But just the guys, no matter what they do, they're always there for each other. When I went there for an overnight, it's unbelievable what they do for each other. They're there for, no matter what. If they're going through a tough time, they talk to them. They just do a thing for each other, no matter what they're going through. They help each other out. They're just unbelievable people. They're very super friendly people. They've asked me a bunch of questions, but they're like, if you come here, there's anything you need, we'll help you out no matter what. And I just
Mhm.
think that's really cool. Like,
So yeah, what you were saying there is how the team always has your back, and it's really a brotherhood. I've gotten a chance to interview some of the lacrosse guys on the team. I don't know if you know Corey Azef or Alex Rucci, but phenomenal guys, great athletes, even better individuals and characters, and they they're the impact that the lacrosse team has on our campus is incredible. I think you walk around campus and you won't miss a lacrosse player. They take such great pride in their team in terms of how they carry themselves and how they perform in their academics and their athletics. Talk about how it's going to be like being part of that team.
oh man, I'm so excited. I absolutely love all the guys. They're great. I'm just really looking forward to just representing my state because I was actually the first kid from Virginia Coach Zimmerman and Coach Gardner actually recruited, and they're starting to look into Virginia a lot more now. And they just got my friend to commit to Newman too, who's also from Stafford, Virginia.
Mm.
But it's just so awesome that I'm really looking for the opportunity to meet the rest of the team, meet all the guys again, see all the guys, and actually be part of that grind, and then winning some games and hopefully winning the championship next year with all the guys. I'm just looking forward to meeting all of them again and just seeing all of them because, like I said, they already brought me into the family. I'm already friends with a lot of them, and also meeting all the recruits. We have a group chat. We have a Snapchat group chat with each other. We're already talking, and we're already really close with a bunch of the guys, and actually see them in person, having classes with them, and interacting with them day to day, and then also especially being on the ground, the field with them, and winning games with them. It's gonna be a really cool opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and that's what is so crucial to a team is having that chemistry and that bond. because you're only as good on the field as you are off the field. Um,
Absolutely.
and so the fact that you guys are already connected with each other as incoming freshmen, and also with the current students, it's going to lead to such great season.
Absolutely.
And tell me, what you said how your season was cut short this year,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
What's that initial feeling coming back into lacrosse play, whether it's in the fall for fall ball with the team or next season? Talk about the atmosphere that you feel like you're going to be a part of and what it's going to be like to play your first collegiate game ever and your first game in probably 6, 7 months.
Oh yeah. It's definitely gonna be some nerves a little bit, especially just coming as a freshman, coming to a collision program as great as Newman and playing great competition as that we play in our program. It's definitely gonna be a little nervous, but I'm really looking forward to it. I like pressure. I play under pressure the best, I think, and I just love the. I cannot wait to show the talent we have in Virginia. Can't represent my state and show them that Virginia that we can compete with anybody in this any state in this country. And I really looking forward to just showing the talent we have here. And then Coach Garmick and Coach Zimmerman can start recruiting more Virginia kids, and we can show. Just looking forward to it. Really excited about next year.
Yeah,
A little nervous, but I'm really looking forward to it.
for sure. Yeah, it's so unique to that you're coming to Newman from Virginia.
Mhm,
Like you said, you're one of the first couple students, athletes to be
mhm.
coming from Virginia to play a sport at Newman. So you have a unique opportunity to show what Virginia lacrosse players are made of.
Absolutely. We're definitely an interesting bunch. We just play different around here in Virginia, so can't really bring up that Newman just shocks a couple people, show them how we can play in Virginia.
Yeah, and so talk about that, about your play in Virginia, and tell me your
Mhm.
favorite lacrosse memory growing up.
Oh, favorite lacrosse memory growing
Hmm.
up. Wow, that's a good one. Um, so last summer, my junior year, I had an opportunity to go up to play up in Boston for a month. So I was recruited there. It's a program. It's a great program, and MXB. It's a great program. I lived there for a month. We had practice. Um, we had practice in the lift, and then next day we had two practices on the lift. But I lived there for a month, traveled different places, played different tournaments. Um, I had different guys from different states room with me. I lived with a
Hmm.
guy who lived in California, and then a guy who lived in Wisconsin with me. Two great guys. We still keep in contact, and a bunch of the guys we just grew friendships with each other. But I think that opportunity that I had to play up in Boston was probably like my favorite lacrosse memory. We became all super close, and we played extremely good lacrosse teams, and I got to play against great lacrosse programs. I got a lot of looks from different programs also, but in the day, I picked Newman because I think that's the greatest opportunity. I'm really looking forward to be up in campus next year.
Yeah, and what's unique about like you said, you're playing up in Boston. Like how cool is that to go out of state to play,
Oh,
in a top-notch program, uh,
oh
and to play
man.
with so many talented individuals? It probably grew you in so many different ways.
Oh yeah, totally. Of like a college life. I think that set me off as a good college athlete coming in the next year. It showed me how you're grinding on the field, and then boom, you're transitioning as a student. You have to do your work obviously first because we're student athletes.
Hmm.
Um, but I think they did do such a great job of showing you what college is going to be like for that month and how much of a grind it is, but how close you become with guys in that little group that you grind with every single day on the field and off the field. And I think that it's a great program, and I think they did a really great job of showing me growing up as a person and also as a student athlete.
Hmm. And you talked about that the grind of college and academics and athletics,
Oh yeah.
and it really is a difference from high school. You're
Mhm.
going from going to school from maybe 7 to 2 or 7 to 3 or 8 to 3, whatever your school schedule is, to now
Mhm.
going to class for a couple hours a day. And what's really cool about the lacrosse team, the men's, well, all the athletic teams at Newman's, but the men and women's lacrosse team the most I would say, are in the library doing group study sessions.
Mhm.
You can walk in the library pretty much any time of the day, and you'll see someone from either lacrosse team, and they have a lot of group study sessions. So you talked about that brotherhood. They really, from the athletic side to the friend side to the academic side, they're going to have your back through and through.
Absolutely, and they make sure you're doing good athletically and also academically, and I think that's really cool. Other teams, they don't care about your academics. They're just if you fail, oh, that sucks. All right, I guess you're off the team. But no, if you're starting to slack off a little bit, the guys are on you. Especially I think this shows up to the upperclassmen and our
Hmm.
seniors next year. That's going to really show how much of leaders they are, and they're going to be on me if I start slacking. And they'll be like, "All right, Zach, seriously, get on your get on your thing, do your thing, man. We want you on the field, but most importantly, we want you to graduate in
Yeah,
college. We want you to go on to do great things in life. So don't stop, don't like slack off. And also the great thing about Coach Gardner, Coach Zimmerman, is that we have meetings with them as freshmen. I think it's 2 times a week in the beginning of our first semester, just checking our grades and make sure we're doing okay, see how we're transitioning. And I think that's just shows at the program how our coaches really care about as much athletically, but as much educationally. They want to see us grow up as men and then graduate and honestly do great things in life.
absolutely. That's such a golden soundbite. Talking really speaking the character to the team, the coaches, and the program itself. And one of the nicest things about being a D3 athlete is that you have that nice opportunity to balance sports and academics. You're a student first in D3, and we're going to make sure that you're focused on your studies, you're getting good grades, and you're well on your way to your career. And that's where D3 kind of makes that nice balance, because you have the athletic competitive side and the opportunity to do so, but then you also have an extremely proven program and one that you're going to excel in.
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to being up there next year with all the guys and meeting all my professors and seeing how greater Newman is as a student.
Hmm. That's yeah, we're super excited to have you. We can't wait to welcome you on campus. I can't wait to meet you in person. Uh, and so tell me a little bit, what's the end goal? You're going for a health science major with a
Mhm.
track of pre-athletic training. Where do you see yourself taking that degree?
But obviously, wherever it takes me, I'm really looking forward to it. And I just talked to Coach Gardner a little bit a month ago, and I talked to him about pro lacrosse because now we're getting some opportunities. We're starting to get some looks at pro lacrosse, and that's been a goal since I was a little kid. So maybe that would be coming in my future, hopefully. But if I get opportunity to work with a professional team as an athletic trainer, I'm obviously going to take the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, did you talk about the NLL there?
Yes, we did. I did.
Mhm. Speak a little bit more about that, because I don't know about Virginia, but we have the Philadelphia Wings, 15 minutes from campus.
Yeah, I that's my team right there.
Nice,
I'm really
nice.
so I talked to Coach Gardner, talked to Coach Zimmerman about that, and they said if you really want to do that, we'll help you grind. We'll get we'll help you out any way any possible, and I think that's really cool. Just shows how great Coach Gardner, Coach Zimmerman are as people. They help athletes out with any goal they have or anything, honestly. And I think that's really cool. I'm even on campus yet, and they're already telling me they'll help me out anyway to get me to that goal, and that's really awesome. They just shows how much of the characters they are, and I think they're amazing people, and I'm really excited to see them again and just be my coaches.
Hmm. Well, I'm sure Coach Gardner is so excited to have you on the team. You're a very well spoken individual. We can't wait to welcome you on campus. Before we wrap it up, anything else that you want to add?
I don't know, man. I'm just really excited to be at NU next year and just get it going.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We can't wait to have you. And like I said, I can't wait to meet you in person.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, that's gonna wrap it up real quick on committed. Hey, real quick, Zach, if you said that you had a group chat with some of your lacrosse buddies, if let them know if any of them want to come on the show, any of the incoming freshmen want to come on the show, feel free to reach out to them and reach out to me, and we'll get them in contact and we'll get them on the show. Awesome. And if you're watching out there on our social medias or YouTube and you want to be on the show, feel free to reach out to Neumann Media, Neumann University, and we'll get you on the show because we want to hear your story. We want to hear why you chose Neumann and why you chose your major. So that's going to wrap things up on another episode of Committed. For Zach Robinson, all the way from Stafford, Virginia, I'm Jake Lobrecht saying so long, and we'll see you next time.